Okay. All right. Okay, awesome. This is the first time that I'm doing this in Zoom, because soon there's going to be a live coaching option. Okay. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, there we go. It's just from all too many places. Awesome. So happy Monday. Good Manifestation Monday. Today, I want to address something so freaking powerful because I've had in my own life just some things that seemingly it's like this should not be working out. Like this should be just not it shouldn't be working out. It's like, how is this happening? How is this being created? How is this all working out so well? And this is the power of manifestation. And I want to share today one of the blocks. How do we block this out? And this is actually something that recently happened to a client of mine. She, this just such a powerful person, very successful, very accomplished. Just all the things that this person overcame in the last 6 months, absolutely incredible, incredible transformation. Came into alignment, came into connection, centeredness, right? And they just out of the blue, like completely out of the blue, the person lost their job. And they reach out to me sharing that this is what happened. And I go, oh, thank God. This is good. Are you excited? And they go, well, I mean, I guess I don't like how it happened because it was completely out of the blue. Like the person got a new computer on like a new work computer on Monday. And then on Tuesday, they were let go of. And it's like, what? How did this happen? And their whole team as well. And it was just like, just completely out of nowhere. And I go, it's a miracle. Miracles happen. This is how miracles happen. And the person goes, how is this? What? Even though there's a part of them, right? And here's the understanding that you're a multidimensional being. So part of this person feels like, oh my God, hell freaking yes, right? Because this wasn't alignment. This environment was not in alignment. This is not what I wanted. And part of them is going into like, but I wanted it this way, or it didn't end the way I wanted it to, right? How many of us have done that in relationships, for example? You know that this person completely out of alignment, and then they break up with you, and you're like, wait, what? Why are you breaking up with me? Like, I'm better than you, right? And we feel like there's a part of us that's like, thank God that exited my life. And then a part of you is like, wait, what the hell? I wanted to break up with them, or well, I don't want them to come off as, that was their choice or whatever. Can we just focus? And this is what this person went into. And I gave her that example of a relationship. Like, imagine if you're in a toxic relationship, which you were with your job, and the job just like the trash took itself out. And then you're being upset. Why did it happen the way it happened? I'm like, it's a miracle. This came out of the blue. This is a miracle. The reason I'm bringing this in here is because so often, right? Manifestation Monday, because we say things like, I want this relationship. I actually know for myself, I at some point got so crystal clear on the kind of relationship that I want, on the kind of dynamic that I want. And then the very next day, the relationship that I had was out. I'm like, oh my God, yes. And I remember talking to my friend about it. I'm like, that is the power of clarity. Like this person just left out of the blue. And really it was like a 180. It's like, what just happened? And I'm like, I got clear. This is what happened. I energetically got clear. And this person was in alignment. It's so powerful when this happens. However, a lot of us, we freak out when this happens because we're not used to receiving, well, first of all, we're not used to receiving from life, right? What if everything is just working out for you? What if that relationship falling apart? It's like, yes, you're moving towards the relationship that you do want. But we freak out because this is familiar, because this is comfortable. Because when we set the intention, I'm going to just go with riding the wave of the romantic relationship example. When we go with, I want this kind of relationship in my life, and the only romantic relationship that you have falls apart, you freak out because you feel like you're now at zero. You're not at zero because before you were at -1, right? But before it feels like you were at a 1 or at a 2 or a 3 because you had that relationship, right? Like, yes, it wasn't perfect. And, I could have like changed some things around about this person, but it was better than nothing. Realizing that those situations, circumstances, and this is not just about relationships, it's about job, about anything. It's not better than 0. You were at -1, you were at -5. Okay. So where you are right now is actually a really powerful place. And this is what happened to this client of mine, where she just went, I was like, this is great. You wanted this. And she goes, well, yeah, I guess. Right. I'm like, how do you feel now? She's like, well, I feel free, but I don't, I don't like how easy it was. Or like, I don't like that. It was just like a clean cut. And I say, did you want it to be in a more like for it to prolong over several months, for this to kind of, again, an example of a breakup, for it to like go slow? Or do you just want like a, cold turkey, we're done, clean cut, and now I can move on with my life, right? With your work life or whatever. So where is it that you're doing that is my question to you. And actually, I would love to know in the comments. I am on Zoom right now, but I will go on YouTube to check out the comments there. Let me know where you are at from 1 to 10. 1, not trusting life at all. Like when you feel like you have control and then shit like that happens and you're like, whoa, what's happening, right? Or 10, you're just, no matter what happens, you just know things are always working out for me. Like, I don't know how, but this is working out for me. And this brings me to another point. We're 10 minutes in, good. How do you know? How do you know when something is in alignment or not, right? Because seemingly a situation was like, wow, I lost my job. And how do you know if it's this moment of, oh yeah, things are always working out for me, this is a good thing? Or when it's, this is not good at all and things are just going to go downhill from here. How do you know? You know. And similarly with good things, and I'm going to get to that in a minute, you know, because you check with yourself, what frequency was I in when this happened? I had, and similarly the other way around. So this client of mine, she was so freaking aligned. She was so centered. Over the last few weeks, just like we just finished working together, and she was just this powerhouse of like, oh my God, my life has transformed. And just this is one of the things I told her. I'm like, do you understand you're creating miracles right now? Like this just happening overnight like that. That's a freaking miracle. It left your life. You know, you are in alignment. You know that that's a good thing. Now, if you are there feeling so depleted, so deprived, and then you lose your job, that's when you know you're out of alignment. That's when you know this is like, okay, just more things are going downhill, but this is where you just bring it to awareness and you shift that. Now, with that said, how about the seemingly good things? Have you been in that situation? This is totally like this is what Disney teaches, right? That when you're at your lowest, the Prince Charming or Princess Charming will come and save you. And we're looking for that savior. It's like so many love songs are about that, right? It's like, I was at my lowest and I met this woman and she transformed my life. And we're hoping for someone else to save us. It's like, I'm going to be out of alignment. I'm going to be at a lower frequency, but somehow Prince or Princess Charming are going to come here on a white horse and transform my life. It doesn't work that way. So, and this is where we get into the toxic relationships, or we go to those jobs, right? It's like, oh my God, this is too good to be true. And then it's like, shit, it was too good to be true, right? There's a dark shadow aspect of this that we don't see at the beginning, because again, Disney taught us that somebody swoops in and transforms your life, whether it's a job, person, circumstance, whatever that is. So how do you know? It's the same thing. Which state were you in when this happened? I know for me, there's a particular person that I couldn't understand whether it was serving me or it was depleting me. I couldn't understand what does this person symbolize in my life? Are they, is this someone that comes in when I'm in alignment, or are they showing up when I'm out of alignment? And then when I observe those patterns, I realize, and I seemingly like, oh, I like talking to them and, I like the conversation and so on. But actually, what I saw as a pattern was that they show up when I'm at my lowest. Like they show up in my life when I'm out of alignment, when I'm off center for some reason, when I just have those off days or I have those off thoughts. And for me now, I'm just so fast at observing those patterns and really knowing it's like, I'm really serious. It happens within a few hours. Just because when you become more attuned to it, like that's how fast you notice it. I know that if I have like you know, I can't even think of a word right now, the lack of abundance, scarcity. If I have like a scarcity mindset, like a thought from scarcity, within a few hours, I'm going to receive a call that like, oh, there's an extra bill, there's an extra expense or something happened. And, you know, like there's more money coming out. And I know right away, I'm like, oh yeah, I made that happen. So there's the same thing. You just become aware and it takes a few hours and you really see that manifestation in your outer reality because you're so aware of your thoughts. And most importantly, you're aware of your vibration. You speak with your frequency, you speak with your vibration. You don't worry about, all right, I have to formulate this thought exactly right. It's like, no, it doesn't matter. You can be saying one thing, but your energy is saying a completely different thing, right? You can say, I want more money, I want more abundance, but your energy can be, I'm going to die if I don't have any, or like, I feel so insecure if I don't have the money, right? It's not a match. So, and we create through our frequency, through our vibration. So I noticed in that pattern that it was whenever I was feeling lower than usual, that is when those thoughts that person would pop in. And that's what I was like, okay, like now I just know that that's what that person symbolizes. I'm like, all right, I have to lift my frequency. And when that happens, they're out of the picture again. And that was a really cool, just thing to observe. Now, one thing that I want to mention to close this is Abraham, you can actually Google it. They have, I actually have in here in my plans, Emotional Guidance Scale by Abraham Hicks. And it just says there are 22, and it goes from the top that is like joy, appreciation, all the way down to fear, grief, depression, despair. And it's that guidance scale and understanding that your job, if you're feeling depression, fear, it's not to get from one to joy. Let's be happy. Like it doesn't work that way. There's too much of a gap, right? From depression, from fear, you want to get up to jealousy or insecurity. You want to get up to hatred, revenge. And then you want to make your way up to worry and doubt and disappointment. Then you want to make your way up to frustration and pessimism until you get up to boredom, until step by step, you're able to make your way to joy. But what a lot of us do is they go into, I'm feeling fear or depression and I can get from 22 to 1. You're not supposed to. Okay. And we can't, when there's that frustration, what we manifest, what we create is more of that. So, several things today. Number one, where is it that you're not allowing that which you're asking for, right? Like I said, that story with my client of, yes, that job that was out of alignment left your life. Be happy, move on. Okay. And they're like, no. So where is it that you're asking for something, it's happening, but you're not trusting life? And if this is something you want to deepen into, this is literally what the membership, the powerful self, it's called embodiment and integration. It's embodiment of that powerful self. How do I live that? How do I trust life? One of the things we actually have going on next month is a soul inquiry. We tune into the soul. How is it that we create those goals and targets? Not just from, oh yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do from the mind, right? Which is like, it's not, when it's disconnected from the heart, there's no point of doing that, because even if you reach that goal, you feel empty, you feel unsatisfied, you feel deprived. So the whole point of the membership is combining the masculine and the feminine energy. How do we connect to life? How do we feel the deliciousness of it? How do we feel the joy, the happiness, just the satisfaction of life? And this is held in a masculine container of decisiveness, purpose, direction. I know what I want. I know what I'm going for. And with those two combined, this is, you're unstoppable. This is the powerful self. So if you want to go deeper with that, check out the link's going to be below. If anyone's here live, you can just, wait, there's going to be down there, or you can actually find information at thepowerfulself.me on my website. And it's going to be ways to work with me, and the membership information is there. It's so golden. And there's also live coaching opportunities there for those who want it. Or even when other people share, it's incredible how anything that comes into your reality is really a gift to you. So when I've heard this from several people, it's like, wow, when you're guiding someone else through something, it's like, oh yeah, that resonates for me too. Or I see an aspect of myself in that person. So just such a powerful space. And this is why it's important. Where are we coming out of alignment? Where is it that, yes, I feel good. I want to create this life. Oh my God, shit is happening. I'm losing my shit. No, we come into center, we come to alignment, we connect the masculine and the feminine, and we create more. We move to still keep moving. We don't doubt, right? We keep moving towards what we want. So that is number one. Where is it that you're pulling back and you're like, oh, I'm scared now? Okay. When things are actually starting to move and manifest, it's a good thing. And number two that I brought in here was, where is it that, you are just becoming aware of what frequency it is that you're in, whether something seemingly negative happens or seemingly positive, right? Your number one job is your frequency. How do you feel? Your feeling, your emotions are really your GPS. It's your thermostat. Where is it that you're going? This is how you feel into it. Am I moving in the right direction, the wrong direction? Something I said to a client that I was working with this morning, obstacles, and this is one of the things my teacher said, that was so powerful. Obstacles are not in the way. Obstacles are the way. It shows you where you should not be going. Or it's an opportunity for you to reaffirm what is it that you do want. So obstacles are not in the way. Obstacles are the way. But where is it that you're freaking out, trying to fight it instead of just tuning into what message does it have for me? So on this note, I thank you so much for being here. If you have some questions, let me know. You can either email me info@thepowerfulself.me, or you can also DM me on Instagram, which is where I'm at. You're also welcome to comment below, and then I can answer any questions you have in next week live. So thank you, and I'm wishing you a powerful